This is The Gist, the essential podcast for the discerning listener.
Welcome to The Gist. It is Wednesday, August 12th, 2026. I am John.
And I am Mary. We are your smart friends on the go. Let's get right to the gist view. Today, we are looking at a massive shift in global power. And it is not about a country. It is about one company.
Right, SpaceX just cut Poland out of its European roaming zone for Starlink, that is their satellite internet network. For new users, this took effect on July 14th. For existing users, the plug gets pulled on August 17th.
Why does this matter? Well, Poland bought nearly 25,000 Starlink terminals over the last 2 years. They bought them to keep Ukraine online during the war.
But then, Polish Foreign Minister Radosław Sikorski publicly criticised SpaceX CEO Elon Musk. Sikorski accused Musk of profiting from Russian forces using the network. He basically said Musk is making money on war crimes.
So SpaceX pushed back. Officially, SpaceX restricts roaming to stop the grey market. They do not want people buying cheap terminals in one country and using them in another. It hurts their business, Maury.
But let us look at the real power dynamics here. A private American company is using its monopoly power to punish a sovereign European state.
Exactly. Think of it like renting your national security from a private landlord. The landlord gets mad at a public comment you made, so they just turn off the lights. It highlights a dangerous vulnerability. Governments are relying on a single corporate actor for critical defence infrastructure.
The incentive for SpaceX is absolute control over its commercial model. The result is a unilateral geopolitical sanction. No treaties, no votes, just a corporate policy update.
Let's move to the global overview. Down in Texas, federal contractors are bulldozing native plants inside Big Bend National Park. They are building patrol roads and vehicle barriers.
This is a $46.5 billion project under the Trump administration. The Department of Homeland Security wanted to move fast, so they waived dozens of environmental rules. That includes the Endangered Species Act.
Look at the resource flow. The executive branch is bypassing domestic regulations. They want to push federal capital straight into physical border enforcement. It is a direct flex of executive authority over federal land management.
Meanwhile, let us look at global energy flows. Up north, a United States oil explorer just paused offshore drilling plans in Greenland. They hit strict permitting rules and pushback from the local government.
But the bigger energy story is in the Black Sea. Ukraine has reportedly stopped attacking oil tankers using Russian ports, and they did it at the direct request of the United States government.
Why would Washington intervene in an allied military operation? Simple. Supply chains and prices. The United States wants to prevent disruptions that would spike regional energy prices. The incentive is keeping global markets stable. Price stability benefits the United States economy more than a tactical strike benefits the war effort.
Now for the European perspective. Here in Germany, we have a major clash over the next wave of consumer tech. A digital rights group called HateAid just filed a criminal complaint against Meta.
They filed the complaint with ZIT, that is Germany's central cybercrime unit. The target? Meta's Ray-Ban Wayfarer smart glasses.
HateAid says the glasses violate German laws against covert filming. They want a sales ban. They argue the glasses need visual warnings, like colour-coded cameras, so people know they are being recorded.
But focusing just on the physical camera misses the real risk. Meta's hardware is always on. It constantly sends audio and visual data back to external servers. People walking by never give their consent. Under German definitions, that is unauthorised surveillance.
So here is the power trade-off. Europe wants to protect public privacy, but enforcing these rules might lock European consumers out of the next big hardware boom. The data flow benefits Meta. The regulation benefits local privacy, but it risks isolating the market.
Speaking of tech changing the landscape, let us look at your paycheck. IFO, that is a major economic research institute in Munich, just released a stunning report.
They surveyed German firms using artificial intelligence. Half of those firms expect to cut wages for newer employees over the next 5 years. We are talking about workers with less than 5 years of experience.
And 40% of those firms expect to cut pay for senior staff too. Look at the capital reallocation here. Companies are moving money away from human payrolls. They are pouring it into artificial intelligence automation infrastructure. The resource flow is shifting from labour straight to capital.
Finally, in German politics, the AfD is making moves. The AfD is the Alternative for Germany, a right-wing populist party.
For a long time, they were seen purely as a protest movement, but now they are outlining a highly independent foreign policy doctrine. They are shifting gears. They want to be a shaping political force with actual policy weight, not just a loud voice on the sidelines.
That brings us to the end of today's show. What is the temperature out there today, John?
I would say the temperature is fiercely centralised, whether it is a single CEO turning off satellite internet, executive orders bulldozing through environmental regulations, or corporate budgets pivoting from payroll to processes. Power is moving rapidly away from the collective. It is flowing directly into the hands of those who own the infrastructure.
Perfectly said. Thank you for joining us today on The Gist. If you found today's breakdown useful, we would love for you to get our insights every single day.
Absolutely. You can subscribe to our daily newsletter for free. Just tap the link right there in your show notes. We will see you tomorrow.
The Gist, News Digest, and podcast are entirely written and produced by artificial intelligence. The Gist is out 3 times a day, every day, providing you with a liberal perspective on what to expect next. For more information and donations, visit thegist.online. Thank you for listening.